everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing an unusual binge, at least in my opinion, because I usually don't cover Japanese tracks by K-pop groups, and even for the likes of my top favorite K-pop groups out there, believe it or not. And I think that's just due to how I like the production by K-pop groups. Okay, one thing is messing with their tracks in the K-pop scene, but then I tend to gravitate towards Japanese tracks by actual Japanese artists and groups, the likes of Japanese idol groups as well as soloists. I've got to say specifically, I don't know, it just hits differently. And sometimes when it comes to these Japanese releases by K-pop groups, they can be quite generic in terms of the production and overall movement from an objective standpoint. But I'll be actually checking out Classy, Kep1er, and Secret Number's Japanese releases that they've come through as of recently of Q1 in this new year of 2023, because I'm really curious what they're gonna come through with, and I thought might as well give it a shot on the channel here. So I'll be checking out Classy's Target, Kep1er's I Do You, and then last but not least, Secret Numbers, Like It Like It. But aside from that, let's just dive into this binge now. Alright, so I brought up the first release and music video of Target by Classy, and then immediately right after, I Do You by Kep1er, and then of course, Like It Like It by Secret Number. But let's go. Oh, the string work and cinematic start. Heavy horn work. Seeing the silhouettes of the members. Ooh, yet dramatic production on the intro here. This is Bowen, right? Ooh. I really like the music video for it so far and what's being visually shot. Okay. Ooh. Loving the upbeat energy, yet the vocal attack and approach on this song. Wanjimin. Hard kick, snare, drum, 808 bass work with the horns and dramatic string work in the mix too. Verse 2. Ooh. I like the tropes in this song quite admittedly, and the twists and turns. Like it, like it, yeah. The vocal attack is sweet, yet it's not too jarring at the same time. Ooh, okay. Like it with this dance break and hard-hitting beat. These synth strings. Vocal flourishing. Has a little bit of everything, you know, but yet a dramatic plot twist in the tropes of the song. Those are dramatic strings. That is cool, everyone. Wow, wait. Before we dive into Kep1er's Japanese release of I Do You, okay, I gotta say, Target by Classy takes this very upbeat, not necessarily rambunctious approach to it. It takes this upbeat, hip-hop influenced action scene movie attack to it, not only on the music video end, but overall sonically and arrangement wise in the song, if you feel me, with the tropes and all. I think the one thing, being nitpicky wise, is I wish they took the concept up another notch hand in hand with the production. Like, make the strings even more dramatic and have a whole twist to the song, right? And of course, there are some sections in the song that feel like it has that typical approach that you hear within Japanese tracks and all. But I think it's a really solid Japanese track by Classy nonetheless. The concept, the overall song production, and movement in the song match hand in hand. And I gotta say, no one really surprised me, but I think every single time I check out Classy, Won Ji-min continues to surprise me, and the group as a whole, when they come together, the chemistry just seems so undeniable and how they work off each other. And I feel like the vocal blending, it tends to always be very solid or really, really good, as a matter of fact. And I think it's got to be solid, yet the attack and approach for Target was correctly hit when it came down to this specific Japanese release. So I gotta give this an 8 out of 10 for Target. I don't want to do a whole, review kind of video. We're just doing a fun binge/reaction session here. But let me bring up Kep1er's release of I Do You now, and make sure there's English captions. Okay, there are for this one, but let's go. Okay, not necessarily like a slinky bass, but oh, it is a slinky bass. Okay, I'm feeling that funky influence. Ooh, cool percussion work here. Bahi. Karu, Ashiro. Ooh. Really messing with this dreamy pre-chorus here. Ooh. We got the rhythm guitar in the mix. If the vocal blending is pretty good on this one as well. Hey. Love the energy, yet this free-spirited youthfulness feel to it. The cowbell. Control Z. Oh, youngin. Yes, Yejin. Ooh, fun, quirky brass work. Man, this dreamy pre-chorus as always. I love these comedic scenes as well with this one character dude kind of guy. Oh, more of that youthfulness with the ad-lib work. That cowbell. Chain. Ooh, the vocal layering is done incredibly for this one. Very catchy on the I do, yeah. So the hooks slightly do more than its job. Chain, ending it there. Very fun, quirky brass work, of course, in combination with the quirky percussion. And the cowbell work. Man, oh man. I feel like so far, okay, before we get into secret numbers, like it, I think so far, it's crazy to think about. So far, coming from Classy's Target into I Do You for Kep1er, I just feel like I'm missing a little bit from both of the songs, right? I was like, I wish that this kind of element was on this kind of song. Like, the energy of Target, I wish it ended up getting a little bit more of that energy within I Do You, because it feels slightly too, I wouldn't say too laid back, but like a little bit more laid back than it could have been. Like, I think it could have went like a full, like, fun, bombastic, celebrate twice kind of route, you feel? Me, although I think the production is well done. Of course, we got some people that have worked in the Japanese market and the industry for J-pop and all, because I did my research before this, and if I recall correctly, Moonshine was even in the works for I Do You, so I felt their influence on this one, as well as other, of course, individuals who work in the K-pop scene. But it just seems a little bit of a safe kind of, should I say, Japanese track by Kep1er. Yet I really love the retro funk influence that they took on I Do You. The trumpets, the quirky, brassy trumpets add so much to the song, yet the cowbell adds a nice pacing to it and makes it extra fun. And I think the members, how the vocal blending and the vocal layering is done on it, really matches, I would say, the overall energy that we tend to get from Kep1er, which is that fun, energetic youthfulness that we tend to get from them from time to time in the K-pop scene, you feel me, and in general outside of them doing music. They're just so fun and free-spirited with amongst each other and all, in variety content as well. Yet it had some fun comedic scenes during the music video for I Do You, yet the hooks slightly do more than its job on a catchy standpoint, so I gotta give I Do You 8.5. Now, keep in mind, everyone, when it comes to checking out Japanese tracks by K-pop groups on my own time, I would tend to go with like as low as 6 or 7, and this is pretty good and pretty slightly more than solid when it comes to these Japanese releases so far. But let me bring up secret numbers, like it. Really curious what they do for this particular release, their first Japanese release in the Japanese market and all. But let's go. We got English captions for this? Yes, we do. Okay. With the red intro.
Where going?
Leia.
Why don't hang out?
Maybe you can have a good day. Come on, hurry up.
And claps.
You must.
Ooh. Love the vocal attack. Idita. Skittering of the hi-hats. Ooh, that fun guitar approach that we tend to hear in Japanese tracks. Ooh, Minji. Love her vocal approach as well. Fun keyboard work, of course, or piano work. Ooh. Ooh. Really love the overall movement to the song arrangement wise. Verse 2. Come through, Jinny. Ooh. Some vocal effects. Love the styling for this release, I've gotta say. This classy, glamorous styling. Ooh. This 808 bass. This is like an interlude, right? Ooh, the chords here. Like it. Ooh, I like the hooks to this song. Quite catchy as the song progresses. I wouldn't say right away. Man, this is what I've been wanting, like, within the K-pop scene by Secret Number, just to have, like, that distinct vocal processing and, like, vocal blending done quite beautifully and in a solid kind of manner, but most importantly, like, arrangement-wise, being quite a surprising factor than usual, because in the past, sometimes they didn't have a bridge. Sometimes it'd be very standard, yet the chorus and likes of Tap didn't really stood out to me. Not my cup of tea per se, because I really love more so songs that allow vocal flourishes and vocal bombastic moments, and I think having a chorus is very integral, especially these days where there's a lot of sing talk and like in your face kind of music. And I think influence-wise, it can be totally felt based on my research, just solely individuals who work with Japanese groups and such in the J-pop market, and all tend to work. They work with them, and they worked it on Like It. So I could totally feel their influence. Like, notice how the fun guitar work is panned on our left side. First time around, we get addition of this fun, fluttering kind of keyboard work and chord progression going on at the same time. Yet the arrangement, I can't emphasize that enough. I love the arrangement, how we got an interlude into a bridge and we get like very impactful moments by Jinny herself, not once but twice. Sudam really stood out as well. I really like the follow-up moments with Zhu and Minji. This is what I've been wanting within their K-pop releases, like in the K-pop industry scene and all, is that I want Minji and Zhu to have more spotlight of moments, and I'm getting that even more strongly within Like It, and I'm sure you guys can feel the same way as well for those who are familiar with Secret Number and all. And yet again, I do feel like there's another thing that I'm just slightly missing that I would carry on from like the likes of Kep1er or Classy's release within this, and I think that's just the concept. I don't really mess with the concept and the lyrics for this song here and there. I think the one line part that's what is it again? Let me search it up. Secret Number. I'm just gonna go to the lyrics portion. The jiggy jiggy best of me. I think it grew on me as I was listening to it, hearing it more and more on the song. But like, sure, the concept and the lyrics are very hand on hand, but I just don't like really mess with those lyrics with the concept, you know what I'm saying? I feel like with the title Like It, and especially how the chorus goes, I felt like they could have had like something cool and sleek and dramatic, the likes of what Classy did with this sort of 007 James Bond-esque feel to it, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta say, this is a step up from Tap, right? It has better vocal processing and blending in the mix, like the mixing and mastering is done so well. Yet, in terms of a Japanese track release, it doesn't take a full typical kind of manner to it. So I gotta give it a really slightly strong 8 out of 10 for this one, which is huge. I told you guys, usually when I listen to Japanese tracks by K-pop groups, I don't really mess with them. I think, what are the top tracks that I highly regard Japanese tracks by K-pop groups? It's the likes of Celebrate by Twice, without a doubt. It takes a fun, retro route, yet very cheerful and bombastic with it. It never lets up. And then the likes of Fior by Rocket Punch, believe it or not. The vocal blending is on point, yet you get to notice some vocal flourishes here and there. It's fun. It has some quirky twists and turns to it. Nothing is like held back, and this is what I felt time and time when it comes to these Japanese releases, where it's the mixing and mastering is totally off. In this case, it doesn't matter for Target, I Do You, or Like It. I think the mixing and mastering was done to a T, keep in mind. But it's more so like Target, I feel like it was too safe on the dramatic end when it comes to the strings. I wish it was more dramatic. I wish it dipped more heavier in the tropes with the concept, the likes of I Do You by Kep1er. I wish it brought it up to another level with a key change or something like that, you know what I'm saying, to add more oomph to the song. It could have been like on a Celebrate kind of level, you know what I'm saying? And then Like It, I wish there was a different concept tied along to it, which would probably lead into slightly different lyrics, but the chorus was really done in a fun kind of manner to it, yet playful, you know what I'm saying? So all of these releases, I think it does justice and it showcases good amount of the talents within these three groups, but not to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like these particular releases are kind of safe, not too safe and not subpar, because let's be real here. As much as I love IZ*ONE, their particular Japanese releases had really subpar mixing and mastering. But if we think about all the way and going back as Suki to Oisasai, or that particular release with that ongoing bombastic tempo and upbeat tempo and energy to that song, that was like an 8.59 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like these groups are incapable of releasing masterpieces of like type of Japanese tracks for the Japanese industry or the market, you know what I'm saying? It's just that I feel like they need to be let loose and let them have more fun on the production and be slightly even more experimental, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I wish that we had the writers and all for Like It for Secret Number on Kep1er's track, instead of, you know, tending to work with people that work heavily in the K-pop market and industry, you know what I'm saying, in the Korean scene. And then Target had a combination of the two, you know? So I feel like sometimes we don't necessarily have to get the best of both worlds. They can take it a full route on like for the Japanese market and all. So yeah, don't get me wrong, there's even some Rocket Punch like Japanese releases that I feel like I don't mess with as much, but then Fior was like boom, 9 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? So this has to stand on the slightly more than the median of my favoring when it comes to Japanese tracks. So this is slightly more than what I get usually to my liking. So I was more than surprised by Target, I Do You, and Like It, songs that I can stream from time to time, you know? So let me know your thoughts, guys. I think when it comes to my favorite one out of the three, slightly more with Kep1er, like I said, production wise, from an objective standpoint, 8.5 out of 10. But like concept wise, I love Target the most by Class C, and I just wish the strings could have been more dramatic and those tropes dipped more. But then like on the vocal end, that surprised me was Like It with the chorus, right? So there's a little bit to love here and there for these three girl groups, I've got to say. So be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. Let me know your thoughts, everyone. Like I said, these are three groups that I admire a lot, and for Classy, slowly but surely becoming a fan. Kep1er, you already know I'm a huge fan, and Secret Number as well. I'm definitely going to be continuing to checking out their Korean releases, probably not their Japanese releases as much, but I thought, you know, change of pace would be great on the channel here with y'all. But take care as always. This has been Garrison, and peace.